My name is Zimaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter expedite or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.
Hello, how you doing, guys? Welcome to another day with Zimaleta. I might sound a little bit off today, but that's because I just driven 1,450 miles. I have another 30 miles to go. I did not have any sleep. I did have lots of coffee. I probably had like 5 cups of coffee. Large. I can't really say it's healthy, but what would you do for this type of distance? So yesterday I left at like 4:30. Right now it's 5:41, and that's how much I have drove. So it's quite a feat. All I've been doing is stopping at gas stations, fueling up, going to bathrooms, like little stops here and there, and getting food, coffee, of course, all at the same time. So the day has been going kind of quick, but as always, I am always trying to keep learning, and learning every day, improving, and I'm trying to always get my mind to just be always going, like never stopping, which is probably a good thing, because I believe that because my mind never stops, I developed a tolerance towards like not needing as much rest. I mean, I do sometimes like really need rest, but you could look at me, guys. Yes, of course I had coffee, but actually like a long time ago. I haven't had like coffee like recently, probably like nothing within like at least like within the last 200 miles. But I'm always thinking, guys. My mind is always going, and I think this is one of the reasons, not all of the reason, that I'm able to last as long as I do for driving. And those of you guys that last as much as I do driving, you guys know what I'm talking about. I think you have to get yourself in a certain type of mode, and there's different types in order to like last the whole night, and still be able to think and process stuff. And I keep, like, my mind is like already, I guess, like slow down a lot, and I could already tell, like I could definitely tell, but I'm still jam-packing it with information. It's like boom, and the way I'm doing it, guys, is a lot of times I'm reading audiobooks. I guess more like listening, but it's books. So is that reading or listening? So I guess listening to them. But today was not an audiobook that I'm listening, but instead I found a lot of motivational videos by people that I never heard of. But I kind of thought they have a lot of interesting stuff to say. One of the guys that I was listening to, he mentioned something. He says, I didn't watch the news for the past 10 years. You know? And, you know, he's like, I'm always waking up happy, because it was about, like, waking up happy every day, because you got to find something to be grateful for, positive, you know, to begin your day, like, really good, so you can continue doing the things that you like to do and to be successful, productive, you know, those kind of things. It's just I didn't listen to news for the past 10 years, and he's really happy about that, and that got me really thinking. I don't watch the news either. I remember when I used to like listen to the news like all the time. Like I literally had the NPR app in my phone, downloaded, just listen to the news. And that's all I would do. And as a matter of fact, at the time, I wasn't really doing any YouTube. I wasn't reading any audiobooks. I was listening to the news. Every now and then I catch a talk show, you know, somebody talking about politics. Guess what, guys? I haven't been listening to the news for the past 3 years. Basically, the whole time I've been in my house, I haven't been listening to the news. I hear stories here and there, you know, from people occasionally, but I really don't know what's going on. And part of the reason I am not being scared of like what's going on, because I really don't know what's going on. I don't want to know. You know, that's just how, you know, life goes. The way it's going to be is going to be. I try to focus on the positive, and I try to focus on the now. And what I mean by that is I'm trying to see what I could do in my life to, you know, to impact my overall outcome. Obviously, the politics is not going to affect me in any way, so I don't even give them the time of the day. I don't watch it. And I'm not going to say I'm proud of it, but I just don't watch it. Like, I don't crave it at all. I crave actually information. I like to give out information. I like to, you know, talk to my audience and stuff. But you notice, guys, I don't talk about politics. I think if I was watching like news and politics, of course, you know, with the amount of talking that I do, you would hear here and there something related to politics, even though it would be like a tad bit. And I don't do that because I'm not even involved in it. So I'm only listening to like motivational speakers, you know, people that could unlock another piece of puzzle in my head so that I can put it together and go forward. And the way I see that it's affecting me, and hopefully I'm doing the same thing to you guys, is that I almost kind of like zone out, except I'm listening to everything that's being said. But when I'm zoning out, it's not really zoning out. I'm putting the puzzles together, like all the pieces together in my life. Like, and I don't know, like in all this talking, and I guess you would call it commotion, you know, like a whole discussion sometimes being, you know, discussed on a certain topic, it actually allows me to think. I don't know, like I could actually think a little bit better, a little bit more clear. And I'm starting to make sense of things, and try to see like if any of those things are relevant to me, and trying to find out what is relevant, what can I do right now to improve my quality of life. Constantly trying to improve, guys. I think improving your life is actually very important. There's nothing wrong with it. Trying to always do a little bit more to become a little bit better. And I come up with a lot of great ideas, guys, like a lot of great ideas. And I'm glad that my wife tolerates me as much as she does with all my great ideas, because she listens to all of them, highly supportive. And actually, it's very important to be successful, to get all the support from your loved ones or your family. Maybe not necessarily your family, but at least your loved one. You know, I think that's like gonna be like the most important thing. Like, not even friends, because, you know, people will always realize their own limitations in life and try to put it on you, thinking you have those limitations. That way I think about myself is I'm unlimited. The only thing is limited is the amount of time that I have. And I try to make a decision, like, what is the best way to deal with my time? And if you guys been watching me for the past 3 years on my YouTube channel, you've noticed that I've been very consistent at uploading videos and stuff. And there's always something going on, something's being uploaded. I have to, first of all, think of these subjects. I need to, and I'm working from my head. I don't write anything down. For the most part, I actually need to start doing that. It would probably be a lot better to help me stay on point and on topic. But I have to come up with a topic. I have to record that topic. The topic needs to make sense. Then I need to edit the video. I need to have the internet in order to upload the video. That means I have like no use of my phone, because I'm doing everything with my phone while I'm uploading, because I'm using Apple, and Apple will crash when you're uploading a video to YouTube if you are doing something else alongside it. So it means I have to have the strongest internet, unlimited. That way it's going to be like really possible for me to manage all these things. Plus, I'm managing a lot of other things, trying to have more income streams that's always coming in. And right now, of course, I have dived in to Amazon FBA, making sales. And last week, seriously, in 1 week, I made like $502 in sales. Now that might seem like it's a lot of money. It's really not. The profit for that is only like $166. Everything else, it's Amazon fees, shipping fees, referral fees, listing fees, you know, the warehouse, storage fees, you know, all this kind of stuff. And I just started. I've probably been doing Amazon for less than 2 months now. But the items were not selling, and then all of a sudden I made a sale, and overnight success started happening. So I did learn a lot from that little move that I did. So I just replenished my inventory. I actually spent a lot more money this time than I have before. This time I spent $340 in inventory, and I've sent it in. But this video is not going to be about Amazon, but rather more like a motivational thing, if you could call it that. I would call it that. Because as you see, guys, I'm driving, okay? One of the things that I've been noticing with a lot of people that's driving like me, it's becoming difficult each day to be able to actually make money in this industry, despite of how well it pays. The expenses that come along with this job are very great, and they're different for everybody. And I'm seeing more and more drivers are paying between $18,000 to $19,000 per year just in insurance, not including their van payment or fuel. So think about it, just to support their business, how much money is going out. Plus there's going to be depreciation, lots of driving. It means you invest so much of your time. This means time away from your family. I am no different. I'm also being affected. A lot less than a lot of you guys, especially if you got a new van. You're being really affected by this. And this means ultimately that very soon I will have to make changes to the way I do things. Maybe I'll keep this as a part-time, but I'll be creating a whole new income stream for me. And whether it's going to be Amazon or a combination of things like Amazon, my website, which is Zimaleta.com, eBay, Craigslist, Listed, I think, OfferUp, you know, Etsy, and you know, like all these different sites, and I guess like Craigslist. Combination of these websites, local, long distance, is going to play a major role in my success selling stuff. This means going to auctions, car auctions, normal auctions, buying stuff, selling stuff. And I'm really thinking about this January diving in pretty deep into just selling parts, selling stuff, and see where it goes. Because guys, something needs to change. The income is getting a lot less and less and less. I want to spend time with my family, and I'm not only saying this for my sake, I'm saying it for your sake. I'm pretty sure you're going through the same thing. You're being away from your family. It's, you know, it's not making you that much money anymore, and you don't know what to do. You're stuck. Believe me, I've been talking to a lot of drivers. More and more, I see that they're beginning to struggle, especially with new vans and insurance. And nobody's really protected. Plus, we don't know where the economy is going to go. Things are certainly getting more expensive as years progress and inflation takes over. The vehicles cost a lot more, insurance costs a lot more, fuel costs a lot more, service costs a lot more. But we are getting paid even less than we were before. And this year, I think, was worse than last year. I think last year was actually a really good year. At least I think it was for me. 2017. Well, 2018 for me, I still, did pretty good. Not financially, but I got a lot of things done, which was important. So now I want to completely, just be home and get into the selling, and of course making my YouTube videos. So I started thinking, I have all these vans. I know I've recently talked about renting my vans in Turo. I do think that I need to try it, at least with one vehicle, just put one, let's say this one, available for rent. And I'm literally thinking, what if I, instead of fixing all the broken sprinters that I have, instead sell everything for parts, just all kinds of parts. That means taking engines apart, transmissions, some stuff, sell as a whole, you know, that way you just get a whole new engine. But I think this little salvage yard that I have created for myself is an income source that is just waiting for me to tap into. The only problem is I don't know how successful it would be, and I don't know how effective of an income source it would be. But here's what I know. I was considering doing a local courier service, and I'm almost kind of thinking, okay, so what is that local courier service looks like? Maybe some days you're busy. Let's pretend you're busy every day. It's like, go here, pick up here, drop off there, you get so many dollars. Still a lot of driving, still you're not getting home for the most part. Not that rewarding. But what's going to really make that change? It's either going to be one or two things. You either multiply yourself, that means you become more efficient at it by using other vans, whether it's your drivers or owner operators, to try to basically corner the market and make more money that way. Or the quickest way for me would be with the less risk, no insurances, not a lot of headaches. That's just completely selling stuff like parts. And that means I could literally list hundreds, if not thousands of parts. Maybe like 40 parts per day, 40, 50. The norm right now is like 40. They're saying if you could list 40 or hire somebody that lists 40, you know, items on eBay or whatever, and it's like, wow, it's amazing. You know, keep this person if they're listing for you. So I'm looking like at those numbers. I'm thinking it should be more like 48 if the person's going to be working 8-hour day. He's listing one item every 10 minutes. I'm thinking, I mean, unless somebody's really making a listing look like really nice, what is he doing 10 minutes for one listing? So I don't know where they're getting these statistics from. I always tend to try to strive for more. So we'll see how I do, because I will be leveraging me, you know, like my YouTube channel, of course, to help me. And that means I need to remove the part, record me removing the part, and then that same day list the item for sale. That same day have the video available of that part being listed. So if it's the part that you watched the video and you really needed it, then it means you could go pick it up on my website. So for now, I want to see if I could leverage my website and see if I could create a place where there's going to be lots of Sprinter parts. But it's not just going to be Sprinter parts. I will also have other cars. Whatever brands that I will be working with, I would like to have those parts. There's lots of expediters that watch me, obviously, lots of car guys, so that means I'll need to have some, maybe Ford Transit parts, probably could have some of, you know, like, I don't know, like ProMaster parts. So if I find a deal somewhere at auction or whatever, that means, you know, I could pick it up, strip it, and then I could be the guy that is not only known for Sprinter parts, but in Sprinter channel, but just to have kind of like in general expedite, kind of like help with all the parts and stuff, so that a little bit more people will have interest, I guess, in my channel and what I have to sell. Of course, nobody wants to be salty, and I will not use any old methods selling. My selling is going to be very simple, is that I'm not selling. It's like they say, facts tell, stories sell. So if I tell a story about a part and you need that part, then you're gonna buy that part if it's a reasonable price. It's as simple as that. So if you don't need it, you're not gonna buy it, and it's only one available. So that means that if there's like 100 people watching the video, chances are one or more people need that part. So that means whoever goes first to the link that needs the part can pick up that part. If I have multiples of that same part, then of course that's gonna help. And you know, I'm just going to use, guys, what I have, and that's also kind of like the whole point of me explaining myself for this little thing. I'm just going to use what I have in order to make money. I've been weighing it every single way, guys, like that I could. Like, I'm thinking, what if I fix them and start renting them on Turo? But I'm thinking again, okay, I still need to register the vehicle, plate the vehicle, pay the, you know, each year the tax on the vehicle, still have some kind of insurance on there. So that means if nobody's renting the vehicle, it's just kind of like draining the money from me. So instead, I could have one vehicle, like let's say this one, on insurance with the proper coverages and stuff. I'm not gonna drop my expedite coverages, and use this vehicle for myself, and others could maybe rent it. If something goes wrong, I have parts to replace. Right? I think it's going to be an interesting balance. I'm definitely going to have to find the balance. But I definitely see this as a reasonable opportunity for me to just use what I have, because I definitely have that stuff just sitting around. So why not use that? And then use the proceeds to just expand, you know, get more cars and whatnot, see where that goes. Because I definitely think like this, that having a lot of things for sale, it's like having yourself work so many different jobs. You just don't know which one's going to be successful, you know. So if so many parts sell in a day, it's like you did, like, I don't know, 10, 20 jobs in a day. You would probably not be able to do that many jobs in a single day. So ultimately, it might become very profitable. But anyways, this is just a little thing I have to say. At the end of the video, you could see a link to my website. If you're watching this in November, I don't have any parts for sale just yet, but I do have lots of links from Amazon on the Sprinter parts page, and chances are you might find a good deal on Amazon for whatever you need. So I'll also have those links. Doesn't matter, buy from Amazon, from other, those are other retailers. I'm an Amazon associate, so I could post links and get like 4% from each sale. So if you guys buy using those links, you know, I get a little kickback, which is nice. But ultimately, it would be a lot better for me to just sell my own parts and make a little bit more money. But in either way, I'm grateful, thankful for what I have, and I'm just gonna use what I got and see where it goes. But check out my website. I am having plans, you know, to make some interesting things there. Probably in the future, add some information about expedite companies, and somehow maybe link a blog in there, you know, for expediters. I'll have to see how, you know, how this works, because I would like a place where all expeditors could come to, and you could write your experience with a particular company. Maybe they treated you bad, so that other people will be aware that they've treated you bad, and that maybe to avoid that company. Because I think it's going to be very important for us drivers to stick together and share the information, so, you know, to stay profitable in business, because it's getting to the point where you're gonna have to make a decision: stay with the current job, or just do your own gig, just become a courier company yourself and start delivering your own expedite company. You know, I think actually that might work out pretty good now, because considering that I used to think that when am I gonna bid the load if I need to sleep? But actually, guys, the amount of time we're sitting at truck stops nowadays doesn't matter. Get your sleep, wake up with your fresh head, get a load at the price you deserve, let's say $2 a mile, and then do that load. And then, you know, you do that load, you're happy, you made your good money, relax. So that means you're driving less stress, more sleep, more money, less wear and tear in your vehicle. You know, ultimately it's going to be a lot better. So I definitely hope that in the future a lot of drivers just going to become independent. I know I'm putting a lot of topics into this one little video, but you guys know what my channel is about. I definitely have a lot to say on these things, because I'm noticing there's a lot of new companies popping up, and yes, everybody wants to make money, but the thing that upsets me is when the companies are trying to make money at driver's expense. I think that everything 80 cents to $1, it belongs to a driver. If you're a cargo van, Sprinter, that is your clear money. That's supposed to be your money. It is definitely disappointing to see that companies are trying to pay 50 and 60 cents to a driver, and they claim everything up to $1 and then above, when just in 2007 I was driving for $1.20, and it's okay. In 2009 I started driving for like the prices, they really dropped, and they were fluctuating between 87 cents to like 95 to $1, depending on who you work with. Some of the bigger companies, they paid 80 cents plus fuel surcharge, which was about 19 cents extra, so 99 cents per mile. And at that time, it felt that was normal, and that still wasn't really enough, because there's not a lot of loads. And now to think that we're getting paid so much less, it's like, are we in charity business now? It's not becoming a business anymore. So we as drivers need to learn how to manage our own business better, because this is our business. We are paying for very expensive insurance that gives us the capability of bidding for loads ourselves. And I know it is not easy to start bidding yourself, but that does not mean that we should not try, and we should just let these companies to keep giving us unfair prices, because they don't care. They don't have bills to pay, your bills, so they don't care. They just want to make their bonuses, and who cares if you're cold in your van and your family's missing you, and hopefully at least you're safe, but it's not always the case. But anyways, guys, what I have left, I have like 13 miles left. I'm stuck in traffic, basically Chicago traffic. So nice talking to you guys as always. If you appreciate my videos, please hit a like. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. Keep in mind, I am tired. I literally almost drove like almost 1,500 miles, and actually with the pickup, which was 200 miles away. So, but I don't really count it into these miles, because I did it a day prior to that. But still, having no rest and stuff, I might be blabbering, but hopefully I'm making sense. But I definitely know I'm not speaking at a pace that I normally do. Maybe it's a good thing for some of you guys, because I tend to speak really fast. One thing's for sure, I am catching myself being really slow. I hope it's just not too funny. If it's noticeable that I'm like tired, let me know this in the comments below, because I think a lot of times we cannot really tell that we're tired. And plus, drinking coffees and stuff, it does help not feeling tired, I guess. If you're really tired, it's not gonna help, because I've been there. That just coffee will not help. It's just better to just pull over and sleep. But anyways, guys, again, thank you so much. Take care of yourself. God bless you.
Saw your picture